Hey Exoticals, it's your girl back with another Exotical rant. You know what I was just thinking about? You really want to know? I was thinking about situationships and why are they so common? And why do beautiful women end up in situationships? Let's get right into it. Let's go, girls. Um, Situationships, I believe, are so common in this day and age because, we as women have literally stopped requiring men to, claim us if they want us. Like, literally, like, if you want me, you're going to have to do A, B, and C. Like, we literally are just more so, okay, we're just talking. But then we forget, like, once we get our body parts and everything involved with this man, that our feelings may enhance, So we forget that part and we're just like, oh, okay, it's cool right now. But once you've been intimate with this man, you shared your time, your body, your resources with this man, you're going to feel much different. And most of us underestimate that feeling. We underestimate once we share our totality with this man, in our essence with him, how we're going to feel after that. And that's where we get into trouble. A lot of times we're just like, oh, it's all good. It's all good. And then we realize I really have feelings for this guy. And I don't know if he has feelings for me the way I have feelings for him. And now we're really effed up. You know what I'm saying? So why are situations so common are so common these days? It's just the culture right now. A lot of times if you're a woman with standards, you have to go against this common culture because in the end it won't benefit you. This ultra feminist culture, this culture that tells you I can do what everything a man does and I will get the same results. It really fails you in the end. Because you're going to, after you sleep with this man, it's not just going to be like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're going to actually catch feelings for this guy. And I've seen a lot of women say, I don't really care until they meet the one guy they do start caring about. And they realize, oh, wow, I set this relationship or situationship up really badly because I really want this guy in my life. But he thinks as me as just a booty call or just some type of little fling for the summer. It's not that serious to him, but it's very serious to me because I've shared my body, my time, and my resources with this man. It gets really confusing. A lot of times this is so common. Situationships become very common with women that lack boundaries. They don't have a clear set of boundaries in place. And it can happen to anybody. You just don't have your boundaries set in place about your dealings with men or dealings with partners in general. You don't have a set list or things that you go by to create relationships, but you just go with the flow, and that can cause you to be stuck in situationships. And that's one reason why they're so common. Number two, you have a go with the flow mentality. You just go with the flow, and it's good until you're ready to get married, until you're 25 and you're looking like, where's my husband at? It's a go with the flow mentality. That's a good mentality to have in some aspects, but when you're dealing with men and trying to create the life you want with a husband or partner, it becomes very flawed. Number three, you're liking someone more than they like you. You're overinvested. You've overinvested in this person. You see them as somebody with potential for a relationship, and they don't see you as that much. To you, you're just like a Friday night fun time girl. And they have, you're overinvested in this person emotionally, sometimes monetarily. You're overinvested. And you got to get out, girl. You got to get out. Let's go to my next point. How do I get out of these situationships? I've overinvested. I lack boundaries. I had to go with the flow mentality and it's not working. And I want to know how to get out of this situationship, i.e. either in the relationship or I want this person to become my boyfriend or husband. What do I do? Number one, you have to take your emotions out of it. You have to start dating other people. because you're over invested. So you have to get your mind off this person as the only person that can make you happy, i.e., date other people. Number two, you really have to remove yourself from constant contact. And this is hard for a lot of ladies, but you have to do it, ladies. You cannot be readily available to this person because, again, this person's not your boyfriend. He's not your fiance. He's not your husband. And you've overinvested. So you have to remove yourself from constant contact. That may mean you giving that person another number to reach you at, changing your number, and giving them another number where you're going to answer when you want to answer, or just like not answering the phone or texting back as fast as every time they contact you. You like let them person know, I got a lot going on right now. Hey, just text me for the next week or so. Just text me. You have to not be constantly available for this person because, again, you have no title on this relationship. It's no commitment. And that's what you're seeking. You have to remove yourself from this relationship. It's not going to work for you in your best, for your best interest. Number three. This is like the hardest thing to do, ladies. You really have to be honest to this person that you're not satisfied in the situationship, in the current status of the relationship that is non-existent. You have to be very honest with this person. I'm not happy with this situationship, and if they refuse to change or to elevate you to a girlfriend or a fiance or a married woman status, you have to be like, I have to end this relationship. And it's really hard to end relationships with people that you've spent time with, you've given your body to, you've given your resources to, your time, your money. It's really hard to end these type of relationships, but you have to be honest with that person and let them know, like, I'm not satisfied. I want a title on our relationship. And if you can't give me that, I have to end it. You have to be honest with yourself about these situationships, because a lot of times to men, they're just thinking sex. They're just thinking about sex. That's all they're thinking about. And they're thinking that you're happy because you're giving it up. Okay? What can I, in the next thing I want to get into, when you're trying to go through the process of ending this relationship or letting the person know that you're not satisfied, what can you learn from these situations? You have to be very self-reflective in these situations and really talk to yourself. Like, what can I learn from this situationship and not replicate it in my next encounter with a man, my next building a rapport with a guy that I really like and want to get to know better. What can I do from moving forward to not replicate these situationships because I don't want them? What can I learn from what I've already been through? Number one, you can learn healthy boundaries. And I created healthy boundaries for myself, especially when dating. I created a lot of healthy boundaries just by things that I do not do with men that are not my boyfriend. Men that have not claimed me, it's certain things I just do not do for them. And I was very clear, like, I do not spend the night with you. You're not my boyfriend. You're not my fiance. You're not my husband. Clear boundaries. I do not spend money on men that are not my boyfriend, my husband, my fiance. I'm not spending any money on you if you're not my husband. A card here and there, but like, I'm not spending over $5 on you. I know it seems funny, lady. I'm the $5 queen. I will go to Dollar Tree and get you a card, but that's it. Okay? I will go to the dollar store and get you something, but I'm not spending my resources on somebody, especially if you're not even my husband or fiance. I'm not spending money on you like that, especially if you haven't claimed me. I'm not spending money on you and being invested in your life like that. I'm not doing it. So I would definitely say create healthy boundaries. Again, another healthy boundary I created when I was dating is if you haven't told me what we're doing or what I mean to you, I am not sleeping with you. If you have not asked me to be your girlfriend, I am not sharing my body with you. I'm already not sharing my money with you, but I'm definitely not sharing my most precious asset, which is my being, my body, my spirit. I'm not sharing that with you because you have not showed yourself approved. Okay. So that's what I did. Healthy boundaries, ladies. Number 2, you choose men that don't want you seriously. Okay, what you can learn from these men, like, you have to be very self-reflective. Hey, I choose men that didn't really want me seriously. He never seriously took me on a date, never planned anything for us to do. He's never gave me the effort, but I chose him anyway because I liked him, but he never really liked me that much to show himself approved. He never asked me out on a date, planned everything, went out the way for me, but I still went for it because I really liked him. So you're choosing men that don't want you seriously. And as most women are educated in this day and age, especially if you're in a Western country. So you know if a man wants you seriously. Let's not play games, ladies. This man never really wanted you seriously, and you really chased him. You were the aggressor. Number 2, you feel like you have to be aggressive with men. That's what you can learn from these situationships. You feel like you have to be the masculine energy in a relationship with a man. You have to be aggressive. You have to plan the dates. You have to always go see him. You have to make sure. You have to even initiate sex. You are very aggressive. You feel like you have to be aggressive to get what you want. And you can learn that from situationships. Like, why do I feel like I always have to be aggressive in these situations? Why can't I lean into my femininity? Am I not choosing men that really want me? You might have to think about that. Number 4, what you can learn from situationships. You believe men that love bomb you to get to the cookie. Let's say number 4 again. You believe men that initially love bomb you because they want to get what you've got, and that's the cookie. And you know what the cookie is, ladies. They initially love bomb you. They're trying to get something from you. And you love you love that process of them love bombing you. And it usually only lasts about 2 weeks, because after 2 weeks, or a week or so, most women are just like so infatuated with this person giving them attention constantly. They just give it up because they feel like, oh, we're trying to build something. But again, what did he tell you he was trying to build with you? Nothing. He was just love bombing you. He may have even taken you out and did things for you. They're not that much, but like, he's done things for you because he was really trying to get you to like him because he really wants to sleep with you. But that's about it. Number 5, what can I learn from situationships? Number 5 is so important because it's about you. You refuse to be the main character in your life. That's what you can really learn from situationships, because you're letting things happen to you. You're not really taking control and responsibility and accountability for your life. You're letting men or anybody come into your life and cause havoc. That they cause chaos. That you don't really have. You're not your main character. You're not taking care of yourself. You haven't dived in to your womanhood, to your true essence as a person and what you really want. So you refuse to be the main character in your life. You rather play supporting roles in other people's lives and make them the main character. A lot of times you make your relationship the main character instead of you, because you don't have the confidence, you don't have the accountability, and you don't feel like you want that attention on you. So you let other people be the main character in your life instead of you take the role as the main character in your life. I've seen this happen a lot, ladies, and it's really sad. You really have to be the main character in your own life. You can't let a man, a woman, a thing, or it come into your life and cause havoc, chaos, take over, take all the attention off you. You're never happy anymore because you're always doing things for other people, whether it's men or women. And especially when dealing with men, you're always concerned about what he has going on, but he's never showing that concern for you because you're not the main character in your life. He feels like he doesn't really have to show up for you because, again, you're not that important to him. You haven't made clear boundaries where you're like, hey, I need, if just the way what I pour into you is what I need back from you. And I need you to actually be the man in my life. You haven't made it clear to him that you are the main character in your life, and you're only allowing healthy, whole individuals to enter into your life that will bring peace, positivity, and prosperity. You haven't let him know that from the jump. And as he's gotten to know you, you have made a lot of breaks for this person. You have you have lowered your standards. You have done a lot of things to let him know that you are not the main character in your life. You don't care about yourself that much. And you'll take whatever somebody's offering. And if it's nothing, you'll take that. So that's what you kind of created in your life, and it's scary when you lack boundaries. You go with the flow. It's kind of gets scary. You're over invested. It gets scary. And getting out is more scary because you're like, oh, now I have to date other people. Oh man, now I have to not answer the phone as much. He's going to get mad. Now I have to be honest with myself and this individual and tell him that I'm not really interested in this situationship. Is not working out for me. Honesty is really scary for a lot of us. A lot of us are really scared of honesty because you have to be honest about your feelings to this person, and you have to be honest to them about your unsatisfaction. It's really scary. And what you can learn from these situationships, it's even scary to have to take yourself out of the situationship and reassess it looking from the outside looking in. That's really scary to say. I never had clear boundaries. I didn't have healthy boundaries. I chased men. I feel like I have to be aggressive to get a man. I believe when men love bomb me to get to cookie, I like the love bombing. Even though I know they're going to ghost me or do something that I don't like after. I don't want to be the main character in my life because that's going to cause too much responsibility and accountability. It's really hard to really look at yourself in the mirror, but you have to do it, girlies. You have to be like, I'm looking at the woman in the mirror, and I have to be honest with myself about what I want, what I need, and the expectations I have on relationships entering and exiting my life. You have to be honest with yourself. Sometimes, this is a saying I go by, guys. It's knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Let me say that again. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. You have to listen to your inner self. That little girl inside of you that always wanted to be married, you have to listen to her. You have to take in accountability of what you really want. Sometimes it's really scary because you're like, oh, what if I don't get what I want? What'll happen then? And it's, be honest with yourself. Listen to what you really want. Like all the goals that you really wanted when you were in college, when you were 21, 22, 23, what you thought your life would look like. And now that you're 29, 30, 31, and it's not looking like that, you have to be honest and take accountability. Like, hey, I kind of fumbled the ball, because I have to really listen to my wisdom. And we all have that. We all have wisdom locked inside of us. We all have that voice inside of us that tells us, hey, I really don't want this. Like, the sex was fun. The company was fun. The fast food meals were fun and cool after the club, but I don't want this type of lifestyle. I want somebody I can depend on. I want a partner in crime. I want a husband that's looking out for me even when I'm not looking out for myself. I want to be the main character in my life. I don't want to play a supporting role to everybody. I want to be the girl that is getting her makeup done, getting lavished on. I want to be the girl that is doing the photo shoot and not the one that's watching it. I want to have certain things in place that make me happy. and it's just for me. You have to be honest with yourself. Wisdom, we have it inside of us. Listen to your wisdom. Listen to your voice. If you always wanted to get married, accepting situationships is not a good idea. Accepting long courtships of dating a guy for 10 plus years, 5 plus years is probably not a good idea if you're over 25. It just doesn't work. And by the time like the guy finally asks you to be like, after 10 years of knowing somebody, you're over 25, you're 35-year-old woman, you're 40-year-old woman. After that, it's just like, ugh. Do I even want to marry this person? You're kind of like, does he even really want me? It takes him 10 years to figure this out. But it took him a couple months to get the car he wanted. It took him a couple years to get the house he wanted. He's making milestone decisions very quickly, but he doesn't have a quick decision about me. It makes you really question the relationship in the situationship. It makes you think like, am I not valuable enough? So you're like thinking like, what's going on here? Ladies, stop accepting stuff you don't want. Okay? Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner voice of what you always really wanted for yourself. Listen to it. It's not going to hurt you to listen to wisdom. Listen to sound advice. You know you don't want this relationship. You know this relationship is making you insecure. This relationship is making you feel invalid. This relationship does not give you a voice because it's not a real relationship. It's just a situationship. Ladies, listen to your inner voice. It's telling you something. Listen. It's good to speak, but listen more than you speak because you know what you really want for your life. So stop accepting situationships. And a lot of times some women think, oh, I'm too, like, that would never happen to me. Beautiful women accept situationships too. Life is hard. Life is difficult. Sometimes life is challenging, and you may have like not even intended to be in a situationship, but you landed there. Revise, rethink, feed into your soul, your wisdom, listen to your inner voice and get out. Or be honest with the person that you want more. And if they can't give you that, then you guys have to part ways. But anyway, ladies, let me know how you feel in the comments. Have you been stuck in a situationship before? How did you get out? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Bye, ladies.